If you are given a choice between settling for mediocre help or hyper-independence, what would you pick?
Braiding day is finally here. Tomorrow I'm gonna be like, bonjour, je m'appelle Je prêche Kenagor, bienvenue à Je Pisins. Honestly, I'm not so excited about it because it's just going to be long and arduous and my arms are gonna be in so much pain, but I'm gonna be using what I got yesterday.
I don't like to leave home, especially now during heavy rains and a period of erratic weather patterns. Since it's a rare thing for me as a certified homebody, I use every second to appreciate the magnificence of my little village's scenery. Birds punctuate the silent air with joyous rhythms, as I try to hold my envy at bay at how they have perfected the balance between individualism and community.
Do I need to go all the way to the shop to get things that I want on my own? No, because I just don't want to be disappointed. I can just make a phone call to the shopkeeper and be like, I want this and this, and then send someone else to go get them for me. But the problem is, because I come from a very male-dominated household, obviously the only people I can send is men. And then they'll be like, oh, it rained in the afternoon, so I couldn't pick them up, so you have to wait until tomorrow. So, or maybe they just pick something that wasn't mine because weaponized incompetence. So yeah, I have to do everything on my own. It's really a tough life being the only girl in a male-dominated household. It's really hard to trust people because I have been let down so many times that I'd rather just do everything on my own. This road has such a steep slope, but it works well as my daily exercise.
Something I really struggle with is trusting people because I know the color and taste of disappointment very well. I've also become so good at doing things myself, and because my baseline is always excellence, it makes it very hard to find or allow others to offer their help, because most times I find it to be lacking or subpar. Therefore, instead of accepting mediocrity, I prefer to just do it myself. Some therapists say that this is a trauma response on social media, but whether that's true or not, doing things how I want them is what brings my mental peace. And because I'm an African firstborn daughter, I can basically do so many things exceptionally that many people would find challenging. Basically, I'm superhuman.
Just like that, mission accomplished. I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted from all the walking. It's healing, but it's the best exercise. Now, I'm ready to braid my hair because I have the extensions. I just need to wash my hair and then ready to braid this. Why am I really choosing to do my own hair when I could just go to the salon? One of the things that I told myself when I came back from France was like, oh my god, finally I'm gonna be getting my hair braided every single time because somebody else is gonna do it for me. I'd actually forgotten why I actually started braiding my own hair in the first place, and that comes down to two reasons. One, when I was in university, I knew very well that at some point I was gonna go abroad, and from the experiences that I'd had with other African girls, it was really hard for them to find people that did their hair, but it was also very expensive in other countries, and that's why a lot of African girls end up shaving their hair when they go to Western countries. And so I decided to start learning how to do my own hair because I didn't want to be one of those people that has to shave their hair. So that's how I started doing my own hair. But I eventually decided that I'm just going to exclusively do my own hair, especially if it's braids like this, because I realized that the moment that I could do it myself, then a lot of hairstylists didn't have a value proposition. This is majorly because when you go to a lot of salons, especially in African countries, the customer service can really be bad. Even if you make a booking, in most cases you'll find that the hairstylist didn't respect the booking time and started braiding somebody else's hair. You have to wait for about 2 to 3 hours for your turn to come. There's also the fact that a lot of African hairstylists don't know how to work with natural hair. For example, when I did my hair this time, I didn't have to straighten my hair first to braid it. I just washed my hair, and then when it was dry, I was able to braid my own hair. But in a lot of African salons, they want to use heat to straighten your hair fast because they don't want the hassle of dealing with natural hair. This majorly stems from the self-hate that we're really taught when it comes to our own hair. And now that I've learned to do it myself, there's no reason for me to force myself to go to a hair salon where my hair is being mistreated and I have to to pretend like I have no agency. Because again, as African girls, we are always taught that you just have to endure it if the hairstylist is doing something they don't like to your hair, because the hairstylist knows best. But no, I know my hair best because I'm the one that has to live with my hair every single day, because I've really put a lot of time and effort into understanding my hair, understanding myself, understanding what products work for me. I'm just not willing to compromise. And of course, I could go to the high-end salons that have actually put in a lot of effort into understanding our hairstyles and all that, but there's always the problem of customer service again. If you have a lot of natural hair and longer hair where obviously you need more product in your hair, they don't use enough products, because these salons have rules about the amount of product you're supposed to use per person, because of course they want to maximize their profits. But as a customer, that's not the best value for me. And then also, when you think about it, when it comes to really doing hair like this, whether you do it yourself or somebody else is doing it for you, it's still gonna take time, and at the end of the day you're gonna be tired. And of course, if you're in these high-end salons, you're paying a lot of money. If you're paying a lot of money, you're still gonna be tired at the end of the day. It's still gonna take a lot of your time. It's just not a strong value proposition. That's why for me, I'm just like, I'd rather do it myself, because I don't have to go anywhere. I can do it from home. I braid my hair however I want, whether I want it tight or loose. The financial cost that I had to bear is the cost of the extensions, also the cost of the time that it takes and the energy that it takes. Again, that would be the same cost that I would have to pay if somebody else was doing it for me. So there's really more advantages to me doing my own hair than let somebody else do it.
I like spending time with cats because they remind me that I am not abnormal. They're very much hyper independent and also very comfortable in their solitude. One thing I've learned lately is that instead of trying to find representation of yourself in other human beings, expand your search to nature. You'll always realize that you're very much normal, that you're very much fit. You can be whoever you want to be at whatever season of your life.